students, I welcome you to today's practical class, which will be learning how to use the Microsoft Word to edit documents, create tables, insert formulas, and symbols. Watch the video and learn how to use the Microsoft Word.
Let's take a quick rundown on the different parts of a Microsoft Word. The first part we have there is known as the title bar. The title bar is at the top of the window and it displays the title that is currently running the application. The next bar is the menu bar. The menu bar contains all the menu that provides the various list of commands on the Microsoft Word. The next bar is the standard toolbar. The standard toolbar is at the bottom of the menu bar. The standard toolbar contains icons representing universal commands such as our new, open, save, and the likes. Immediately after the standard toolbar is the formatting toolbar. The formatting toolbar contains icons representing text modifying commands like our text size, bold, and a lot of ordered lists. Immediately after the standard toolbar, we have the scroll bar on your right hand side. The scroll bar is the horizontal bar at the bottom of the window that is used to move the content up and down or left and right, and it contains a thumb that looks like an elevator or a shaft, and when you drag it with the mouse, the content will move accordingly. Now, after that, the ruler. Now, the ruler helps us to be able to format our work, to be able to edit our work properly. At the middle of it, we have the working area. That is basically the main part of the page where you can type and edit the text to any format of your choice. What do we mean by edit? Editing refers to making necessary changes to a document. Now, on the working area, you see a cursor there. The cursor is used for typing. That is where your typing starts from the cursor. At the bottom, we have the status bar. The status bar of the window indicates information about the current page that is being displayed. That is what page you are on, as well as your line number on the page. It also displays the characters that you have typed. That is, it shows information about your work that you are doing. After all said and done, what did I say the ruler is used for? Beautiful. It is used for setting our page up. It is used for our page setup, so that when we type in the proper page setup. What about the working area? What does the working area do? Beautiful. It is used for working. Now, let's actually enter into our practical class now. We have our Microsoft Word page. You know how to get here. We have our page. Open down. Now we'll go to Insert on our menu bar. Under Insert, we'll see the various tables. All of those boxes are tables. We can pick any of them if we feel like picking them and edit them, or we can actually draw our table. We can use our pencil to draw our table depending on what you feel like drawing. Now let me quickly draw a simple table and you see how it looks like. I'm going to draw a line and I'll leave the middle part, draw another line on the other side. Sorry, I'll draw it well, properly, beautiful. I'll draw it. Then I'll draw a horizontal line across it. I'll draw the first one, then I'll go to the other side and draw another horizontal line. I will do likewise at the bottom. I'll draw another line to create this specific table that I want. Now, if I have created the table, I can decide to use it. I can decide to edit it to my taste and use it, or I can decide to delete it totally. Now let me show you another way of getting a table. You go back to the insert, click on it, and then you go to insert table. When this appears, then you put in your numbers of rows and columns. When you have done that, I put in 3 by 3. I will drag down to make it as big as the one that I have drawn. When I've done that, I'm satisfied with how it is. I will go to the middle of it. Yes, I will click on the middle when the thick black arrow appears. When I click, I will right click on it and I will click merge table. You see that the table has been merged. Then I will go to the right hand side. I want to merge the other 2 rows that are there. So I will merge it up because I'm looking for a specific type of table. And I will also right click again and click on split cells. I want 2 by 1, so I'll say okay, and I have gotten my table. I'm going to start typing right in my table. Now, how do I do that? I'll type first term, the first row, type second term. You're seeing it. Then I'll go to the last. Third term. I'm done with that. Now in the middle row, I'm going to have to type. Watch me as I do that. I've typed, I am a student of UPSS. Benin City, Edo State. Now I'll go to the right hand part of my table. I want to type there. I will type I live. I want to use the @ symbol. I'm going to go to my keyboard and I'll hold down my shift button and my number 2 because it is on my keyboard. So I'll type that there and write my address, 22 Wa Street, of Siloko Road, Benin City. And when I'm through with that, I'll move to so I'm ignoring first whatever is painted red because the computer does not recognize all of that. Now I go to the splitted part and I want to get a specific symbol there. I type this is the, I want to get the Naira sign. So I'll go to my insert. On the last part there on your right, I'll click on symbols. I want to get my Naira sign. Now I'll click on currency and symbols. Did you see the Naira sign there? I'll click on it. I'll click on insert and I'll click on it, and then my Naira sign appears. All right, this is the Naira sign. Now I'll go to the other part and I'll write 5. I want to get another symbol. This time a mathematical symbol. I want the greater than sign. So I'll click greater than. Then I will go to 5 is greater than my 7. So you see, I have actually filled up my table. Now I want to create the same kind of table. I decide to edit it. I want the words to be a little bit bigger. So I will go to my font size and then I'll pick the size that I want. For me, I'm going to pick size 14. So I'll pick it and it's okay by me. I can decide to drag the table a little. And when I'm satisfied with what I have, then I am done. So you see, I want you to do exactly the same for me.
How to use our mathematical symbol, which is our mass editor, to edit or write mathematical equations. On your screen, you will notice that it has been written, but it was not actually written properly. You can see the sign at the bottom. You can see how it is written. It's a very simple divide and simplify equation, but when you click on it, you discover that it is actually a picture because picture symbol is showing, and you can actually move it to any way you want to. But that is not what we actually want. And if you look at the plus sign, it is at the bottom. I'm going to show you how you can actually type properly mathematical equations of different type. If you look at the others, especially the one at the bottom, you will discover that that particular one, when I click on it, it is not a picture. We can see a text editor on it. So I am going to actually show you how to actually type a real mathematical equation out using our mathematical symbol editor. Now, I have copied it and pasted it on a new page, and I'm going to have to show you how to rewrite this particular one. I'll click on my insert symbol. I want to move it to the front. I'll click on my insert symbol on the tab on the ribbon right here. On it, I will see different things. You see the tables, illustration, and all the others. Then on my left hand side, the far left hand side, I will see equations and symbols. I will click on the equation, and when I click on the equation, it gives me a tab, and the equation editor comes up. And when I click on it, it gives me all kinds of beautiful symbols, like all the ones that you are seeing right here on the screen. You see the integral symbol. Can you see it? Now, the one that I am actually looking for, it's the one that has the divide sign, the fraction symbol. So I click on it, and then I see different types of fraction options on it. I will decide to choose the one that's going to suit me better. I click on the first one, which is the one I like using. Then I will type on it. I'm going to type my x2, but I can also type my x2 on a different fraction. I'll click on my exponential sign. I will see different types. I will see a lot of them on it. You see the one with fraction and squared and all of that. If I want to click on the first one, I can actually do that, but I just want to use the one that has x squared. And by the time I click on it, it already gives me an x squared, and then there will be space that I can actually type all the other equations. I've typed my 16. Then I'll go to the bottom. That's the denominator of my fraction. Now, on that denominator, when I click on it, I can actually go back. I want to click my x squared. I will go back to my fraction and my exponent. Now, I might decide to use that x squared, but I don't really want to use it this time. I will click on, I want to use the one with the space, the exponential space. So I'll click on it, and then I'll put my x sign, and then on the top I'll put my squared. That's my superscript. I'll put it at the top. Then it will give me space. I will have space to be able to write the other work, the other numbers out, like my x 18x plus, I write my 81. Beautiful. Now, if we look at it, it is actually very small. It is not as big as the other one. That is because my font size that I have right here is small, size 11. But I can decide to increase my font size to any size I wish. I can increase it to the largest or whatever size I want to. But for me to be able to make it the same size with the other one, I can put it between 26 and 28. So I click on 28, and I've gotten the same size, perfect size, just like the first one that I have. Now, you find that default, it is in the center, but I can decide to move it to my left or my right hand side. I can click on the drop arrow, and then I can move it to my left side. I can also change my options, the way my equation will come out. I can change it. I can decide to change the option. This is another one that we are very familiar with. I can change my style of my equation to whichever style I want to, but I want to leave it the way the first one is, so I will leave it just like the first one. So we see that we can actually change our options, and whatever we want, we can actually do it. Now, I'm going to employ you to check the ones on your assignment section and practice with them. And if you have any question, leave it on the notes segment. I will have to say bye.